Welcome back, my friends, to Hearts of Iron 4. Really awesome stuff, guys, coming from everybody regarding the Kaiserreich mod. I just want to thank everybody that gave essentially the information they kind of knew about the game, and particularly this massive, and it really is massive, this absolutely huge history behind this particular game. So apparently somebody was saying, and they would explain it better than me, that essentially, Hitler does die, but he writes a book that's not Mein Kampf. I think it's Mein Unser Kampf, or I don't speak German. I have no clue. But essentially, he dies fighting the Russians, and he sort of talks about the greatness of the Kaiser and this sort of stuff. And it's really, really quite interesting. And we've also discovered, and I think we kind of found this out last Let's Play, that we have allies all over the place. Ukraine is a giant ally of ours, and apparently, and this is quite funny, if we take a look over here, we own Eastern China, and apparently this is one giant corporation that's just owned by the Allgemeine Board of Directors, which is really, really quite cool. So increasing activity of the suffragists, oh my god, the women want the vote. Lately there have been a rise in activity of the supporters of women's suffrage, that is those who want to grant women the right to vote and run for office. This is madness, come on. We'll say, So we will gain some respect with Great Britain. We'll also gain some respect with the Commune of France. Not that we really want to. Or we could refuse such preposterous ideas and essentially really piss off the communists in Britain and in France, and also piss off the United States. I'm thinking that, political power, we need our political power. We really do. Now, here we're going to lose a ton of political power. Here we're going to lose 20 political power. Here we're going to lose 160. I'm going to grant women voting in all local assemblies. So we're just going to make things pretty simple. Again, we're trying to increase that political power so that we can eventually increase our actual manpower. Right now, our manpower is atrocious, as you guys can see. And I'm thinking that throughout this entire campaign, that's going to be something that we really, really need to focus on. Speaking of focus, hello. If we are going to go, so we could do the Kaiserbound proposal, yeah, which would be focusing on the colonial policy, I guess. We could also do status of the thought, and this, let's see, will give us political power, but it also might create the Free Workers Union of Germany. I'm worried about that, which means that we might turn into a communist state. I'm not sure if that's actually going to occur, but we're going to go for state of thought and try to get our political power up. Right now, even if we need to go red to get that power up, it's probably something worthwhile. So that's awesome. We got our basic machine tools, our support weapons, basically everything we need to kind of get started here. I'm definitely going to keep going into concentrated industry. And I'm also going to do some focus, probably even more focus in oil, although that's going to be 614 days. So we'll focus here on machine tools, and even 218 days is pretty crazy, to be honest with you guys. If I'm looking over here, we could get that SDKFZ, but it's going to be really expensive, and it's going to take a long time. Or we could get some paratroopers. Thinking we're going to go ahead and start focusing on some infantry units. I love the logistics companies in this game, so I think that's what I'm going to go for. And obviously, this will improve certain aspects, particularly supply usage of our actual units. That way they can move a bit farther without running out of supply so quickly. But, of course, our main goal is to get that damn manpower up. And right now, we are going quite fast in the game. Can you guys put down below, what do you prefer? Do you prefer when we're slowing down to, like, 2 or 3 speed? Or do you guys prefer when we just go full-on blast? I typically like to go just really, really fast if we're doing something kind of mundane, which we are right now, improving the economy. Then again, if you're a fanatic like me for Hearts of Iron 4 and strategy games in general, you probably enjoy watching this. So tell me what you guys think. It looks like our men do need some rifles. That's good. That means that we're getting some manpower, a little bit of manpower, maybe not a lot. In fact, if you look over here, we have none. But we're slowly bringing things up. And as you can see, that political power is increasing. And eventually, we're going to be able to bring some new people in as ministers. We could even focus on research and production. And more importantly, we can focus on moving the volunteer only to maybe extensive conscription or service by requirement. Right now, volunteer only is obviously, as you can imagine, one of the worst forms of military power you can have, especially in a country like ours that's undergoing a great economic depression. So we're going to try to increase that, of course, but right now the main goal should be just to get that political power back to the usual thing. Okay, the Free Workers Union of Germany, Freie Arbeiterunion Deutschlands, is an anarcho-syndicalist trade union operating in Germany since its creation on September 15th, 1918. Sorry about that, guys. They have been free to operate until now, but we have found proof that their leaders are in contact with syndicalist organizations in other nations. Hello, please, English Agrippa. Such as the CNT-FI in Spain, which is... oh god, I used to actually know this because I studied the Spanish Civil War. Centro Nacional, forget it. It'll come to me eventually. So I think I'm gonna definitely go for ban the party, and go anti-communist all the way. Then again, yes, of course, we're gonna jail the leaders, ban the party, and force them underground. The concern is that, of course, the Commune of France is going to be quite upset with us and could trigger a war. I'm really not sure how quickly those wars are triggered, but everything we seem to do here, we lose a lot of political power, and that sucks. There's really not much we could do. We could ban French organizations, which seems really funny, and questions of French-speaking minorities in the German Empire. Or maybe they could go for the Kaiserreich proposal. I don't think we can, because we've already looked into this. Oh, scheiße. What about Aftermath of Black Monday? 9. So we're probably going to go for banning the French. We're really not on their good side at all, and I'm trying to kind of avoid a war with them. Now, this is going to give our army some experience, but we need the world tension to increase for us to even focus on that, which really sucks, to be honest. Extra research probably wouldn't be a bad thing. It's going to lower our overall research time, and eventually we could invest in IG Farben, which is a pharmaceutical company, and maybe make some money. So I think I'm definitely going to focus on that. We've also got another research slot available, so we probably want to make use of this research slot as well, and maybe focus on some excavation. Again, we're just trying to rebuild the country right now. Then we can move on to focusing on military aspects, because if we don't have a country built up, it's just not going to work. So this is interesting. The destroyer cannot deploy. You guys may be able to help us with this. I was certain we had dockyards. I'm going to go ahead and get some heavy cruisers out here as well. And we also need some more planes, so let's do that. We're definitely going to have to increase the amount of factories overall that we have. That's without a doubt. We've got this artillery factory going. It seems to be doing all right, but I probably want to increase the support equipment for our men. So let's do that, and it does seem filled right now, but I'm just going to drop 3 factories there just in case. It's going to take a while to get those built, and we are once again have insufficient resources, I should say. We're going to take a look here at what we're missing. So we got a surplus of chromium, a surplus of rubber. We need 5 oil. So once again, you know, the great battle for oil continues, and we're going to have to basically focus on that until we can make our own, which may not even occur. I mean, I've been trying to increase our oil as much as possible, but I don't really think we have any real oil reserves in the country. Let's also take a look at what's going on in Spain. So I guess Franco's not in power. The king of Spain, Alfonso the 13th de Bourbon, is in power, which is quite interesting. And apparently there's also a lot of communist activity in the country, so we do need to be careful. But mostly we need to be careful with the French. We don't know what they're planning. I hope that they're undergoing just a similar economic depression as we are, but look at that. They're training. They're getting ready for war. Okay, our popularity is rising. Due to his popular policies, one of our loyal ministers has managed to strengthen our ideology. With some additional influence, we could increase popularity. Amazing. So we can actually increase the popularity of the authoritarian Democrats. I'm going to take a look here. And let's take a look, and I think that's the ADP. It's way down here. Let's take a look. I mean, the DKP is the Democratic Kaiser Party, I believe, which doesn't make much sense. And let's see. I mean, really, we need to focus on increasing political power, not losing it. So we don't need this. Yeah, I'm going to say we don't need this. We're going to let our people decide on their own. Of course, we don't want to turn red, but if that's what happens, that's what happens. There's really not much we can do about it. We do want to start eventually getting some claims on the Czech Republic. Unrest in the Rhineland. Oh no. Workers in the Rhineland are protesting against the recent anti-leftist actions of our government, especially the well-known Ford scandal. And of course, guys, I want you to understand that in none of these games do I play my actual true political beliefs, which probably very few of you actually know. So I'm not exactly anti-communist, totally. Well, I'm not a fan of communism, let's be honest. However, doing this is going to piss off a lot of people. And right now, if the communists and the leftists are getting angry, there's a good chance there could be something similar to what happened in Germany far before Hitler came to power, which is a small communist revolution, which destabilizes the country, temporarily. And then, of course, the Kaiser was able to regain power, or I should say the Weimar Republic was able to regain power. In this case, that may occur. We're really not sure, but we're hoping it doesn't, hoping to keep that nationalism up as much as possible and slowly increase that manpower. So that political power is increasing, but it's going to take us a very, very long time, and Berlin stands in a very dangerous place, as you can see. I need way more Lebensraum for my people, and that's why we're probably going to have to attack the Kingdom of Bohemia. They actually have pretty good relations with us, and I don't want those relations to get good. Or I don't want those relations to improve. I want them to get worse. I want these people not to like us at all, basically. So let's take a look over here. Okay, what is going on? Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. With the devastating economic situation, many families struggle to earn their daily bread, and the social security net is strained beyond the breaking point. Now, in the last weeks, the streets of many German cities have been increasingly terrorized by gangs of teenagers. These Halbstarke steal products from the markets and shops, and often money from innocent pedestrians, or commit acts of vandalism. My goodness. And that's going to drop our political power once again. Somebody mentioned they really, really love this Let's Play, but the annoying thing about it is just the amount of shit we have to deal with. So we can finally invest in IG Farben, which I'm definitely going to go hard into the corporations and see if they can't help bring our economy back. I'm sure many of you leftists and maybe even some of you right-wingers are probably saying, don't trust the corporations, their only interest is profit. This is probably true, but right now they're really the only people we can rely on, and hopefully they can generate some profits and some overall respect for the Kaiser. The slow war of attrition between us and the strikers has been won by the government. The strikers, seeing little success of their efforts, are about to call off the strike, and that's going to give us 100 political power, guys, getting closer and closer to being able to increase our overall manpower. And again, we definitely want to be a strong militarist state. I might even go far right just for that. Okay, so United States declared war on... Hold on. I want to see this. Wait. The American Civil War on the Combined Syndicates of America. We've got to take a look at that. Okay, so American Union State declared war on the Combined Syndicates of America. We really are not in a position to send volunteers. We don't have manpower, but we're going to lose political power if we don't. We certainly don't want the Reds taking over in America. That would be tremendously terrifying. But... it's really going to get Americans to like us. Oh my goodness. I mean, I just don't think we have enough to send, but I think we're going to have to send volunteers. So Reichskandia Papier and Radio. Economic crisis has shaken the belief held by millions of Germans in their great country, and as an effect, both social democratic and radical movements have started gaining popularity. So we're turning up the radio, and that's actually kind of cool. We managed to actually get some political points out of that, and I'm going to modify the government really quickly here. I think I want to increase this to limited conscription. Over here, our recruitable population is only 2.50. We could also, though, focus on a theorist, or even get another minister in the government, something like that. I'm thinking right now, though, the best thing to do is to move to limited conscription. So we're going to say okay to that, and look at that 540,000 men right away, guys. That's amazing. No divisions in basic training. Well, that's definitely a problem. So we want to go ahead. We want to get some Panzer Division. And of course, we will eventually upgrade these divisions, make them a lot better. But for now, we're just going to keep it pretty simple and try to get a few infantry divisions, maybe some infantry division mit artillery, so infantry divisions with artillery. I'm still going to have to edit that, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not totally edited, and increase that for sure. And let's go and get just some... Can we get some mountain divisions? Yeah, Gebersjägers. I love the Gebersjäger. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drop the Gebersjäger here, and hopefully these guys will start building. It's really awesome to see. Look at how quickly that population is draining into the army. The Pacific States of America declared war on the United States. You guys bet we're going to take a look at the situation in the U.S. It must be freaking awesome. And just imagine if this actually occurred. So, we've got the Combined Syndicates of America led by Jack Reed. Not sure who Jack Reed is in history. Maybe just a fictional character. And we've also got the American Union states. They're actually in the South, which is quite surprising. They're paternal autocrats, and who knows, maybe even in support of slavery. I have no idea, but they've definitely taken over the Southeast. And then we've got, I believe, the Pacific states. No, just the United States, led by Douglas MacArthur, General MacArthur himself. And the Pacific states over here at the left, led by the Republicans. Specifically, what's this guy's name? Frank Merriam. Very interesting, guys. So there's a massive revolution in the states. Let's hope that that revolution doesn't come to us. We don't need something like that occurring, especially not now. And I think that very soon here, we can start trying to find reasons to go to war here with the Czech Republic. So there we go. They've actually signed a peace pretty quickly. That was the fastest war we've ever seen in the game. Maybe the updates are really good in this particular mod, and they realize that it's quite annoying to wait years and years and years for the end of a war. Nonetheless, guys, we're going to stop our Let's Play here. Of course, we'll be back with another episode as long as it's not updated very, very, very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Take care. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment. It all really helps the channel, and have an awesome, awesome day. Take care, my friends, and God save the Kaiser.